back to another video. I'm Grady. That's GR80Y.
I don't know why. Let's find out. What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about Gobots.
Gobots! Gobots, that merry little robotic transforming line from like 1985 through 87 or whatever it was. What are you reviewing today? What am I forcing you to do today?
Only the airplanes, nothing else. No helicopters, no spaceships, none of this stuff like that.
Yeah, these would be the ones that actually require like a runway to land. These are true airplanes.
So like my last video, which was with the cars, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with the planes, so with the same ranking system. If you want to see that video, the link is in the description. Alright, enough Japanese. We're going to get straight
That's it, I'm out of here.
Let's get straight to the video.
Yep. Okay, this is Waterwalk.
I noticed that when he transforms, you put the, what are these, floaters?
Pontoons, those are pontoons, yeah.
I noticed you put the pontoons into his nipples, and that makes it
so when the pontoon little feet are, they're pulled out, you have to shove them up into his nipples there. Oh boy, that's, I guess when they're not in use, he is able to be milked, I suppose. He's the only Gobot that can be milked.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
What a disgusting mind you have.
And he also kind of has arms, and they also look like arms too. You can...
Yeah, which is pretty good. Yeah, so...
Does it float in water?
Well, I guess let's go find out real quick.
Doesn't float.
Doesn't float. What's the score going to be on this one?
Well, are there other variations that I need to...
Oh yeah, I guess this is the time to talk about the variations. Already you're talking about the variations. Let's take a look here. Boom! Those guys right there. It came in some other colors. I think one country had them in blue. The most common is going to be white, although I think it was white with a black chest was the one that you would get from the Robo series in Japan. I think most commonly people will find the Pepsi variant. That is the red, white, and blue one. That's kind of red. That's more like a ketchup red. But they did a promo for Pepsi. They had a different package art. Check this out right there. It's going to look like that. Pretty cool. You have a preference? Do you like one more than the other?
I think I like this one.
You like the one that's just kind of... Okay. All right, that being said, fire away. What's this one going to be sitting at?
I think this one's going to be straight up an S tier. First one is an S tier.
Oh, what? Dang, an S tier. Okay, so you must have a Waterwalk. If you have Gobot line, you got to have a Waterwalk. Would you prefer to store them on a shelf in robot mode, or do you like that classic plane?
I like the classic plane.
That is awesome. Gonna go S tier, our first one out. That is awesome. Next up, okay, without further ado, we're gonna bang through these things so quick. These are all the modern aircraft, and then we're gonna touch base on all the World War II planes. Okay, check it out. This is the first one. Oh, dang, you don't have to check it out that much. I don't want to burn your retinas, but it is a bright colored plane, and it is a Russian, I think, MiG-21.
I think the plane mode looks like, how do I say this, like a plane?
Yeah, it's got little bombs, and those are chrome. Look at that. That's so cool, seeing on that undercarriage of that.
Do they shoot?
They might shoot in Fantasyland.
Well, I mean, first of all, he doesn't look that good, but he does have the ball socket arms, so he can...
Ball and socket, yeah. The shoulders, yeah. Ball and socket shoulder joint, yeah.
So he can move them around in all axes.
Yep, yeah, XYZ, baby.
He looks pretty good inside airplane form, but in robot form, he kind of loses it all. A D.
Is C or D? Which one is it?
A D.
D. Let's take a look at the next one.
This is Mach Trex, or Mach 3.
Mach 3. Let's call it Mach 3. Mach 3 is a Guardian, and he is an F4 Phantom. I'm going to zoom in on this thing so you can really get a good look at it.
What does CV mean?
CV.
Or is that CY?
That is CY.
CY. What does CY mean?
God, I wish I knew. It's probably some...
Wish we could CY.
Oh, I walked into that one.
I mean, I feel like the legs are just kind of... The hood on his back, I guess.
I wouldn't even call it a hood. I'd call it a bonnet. Bro's wearing a bonnet on his head. Look at that thing. It's like little Bo Peep, man. This looks ridiculous. Where do you lie on this one? I want to hear it. The eyes of a 14-year-old in the year. What year is this? 2025? Dang, is this 2025 already?
I think
is that
so,
right?
yeah.
Is this okay?
I'll give this one C tier.
C tier. Okay,
Not because the plane is bad. The plane is pretty good. It's just I don't like the bonnet thing on this and how the wings are just there.
Yeah. Well, if you don't like bonnets, let's get into the next one right here. Boom! Look at that. Now, take a look at Heatseeker.
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 Heatseeker is a guardian.
Yep, he is a dude, and he has a little bonnet on his head too.
I noticed his back kind of spreads open.
Yeah, there's a couple of the planes that do this. They actually almost split entirely in half and fold up like a book.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
You can definitely play with this. This is definitely a playable toy. Maybe playable. So this is gonna be an 8.
He'll go A tier on it. So for being a guardian with a bonnet, to get an A tier, good job.
Next up, we have Leader 1.
Leader 1 is an F-15.
I think that, first of all, the plane form, it looks pretty sick. I would definitely keep this for playing. This would be on my shelf. Robot form actually looks really good.
Not only does it look good, it also almost perfectly matches how he looks in the cartoon. The only real difference you're going to see here is that he has that kind of Darth Vader Bane style mask instead of just a happy little face. In the cartoons, it's easier to show emotions. Regular sunglasses and a happy face. Now, it would be a shame to talk about Leader 1 and not just talk about both at the same time. These two figures, like Skyjack, they were released at 2 different times.
Is this Leader 2?
God, Lord, give me the strength not to beat him, Mal. This is not Leader 2, this is Leader 1 as well, but this was a variant that they released in blue with the little stars on the wings and all that stuff. It's just it's a different paint scheme, but they did give the toy another designation. So if you're collecting the whole line, you must get gray and navy blue. Kind of like in Psykill, you have to get the regular and then you have to get the green and black combo.
So was Leader 1 after his emo phase?
Yeah.
It's also good to point out that there was
A super gobot
version of Leader 1 as well. Not only did he transform identically to how he does in its miniature form, but look at that. It is like Baby and Dada. They look so similar, unlike Spacey. Spacey looked completely different. Transform mode was all different. Psykill had a different transformation mode. Leader 1, spot on. It's just a grown-up version of him. Like, I believe him and Vamp both transformed and looked identical.
So essentially, this one, covering everything about him, he's gonna be an S tier.
Oh, dang! S tier, man!
Leader 1 with the S tier.
Okay, so S tier, but that's going to be pretty dependent on making sure you have good, nice, tight wings, right? So it looks good on a shelf. Gotta have Leader 1.
Next up, we have the Snoop.
Snoop. Snoop is a girl, and Snoop is a renegade spy. Snoop is expensive.
brushes on my grizzle.
And it is very, very hard to find a Snoop that has all the pieces, all the joints work, and has that little itty bitty tip on the nose of the plane.
It actually looks.
Watch this. Watch this.
It actually looks pretty freaking cool inside robot form.
Okay, yeah.
With like the shoulders.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of wicked looking, huh? It's like Snoop's like a female renegade version of the Legion of Doom. If you were to rank it all for a plain use, give this rating.
I'd give this one an S tier.
S tier. And
As
here
long as you have it with the good joints.
Okay, with good joints, S tier. Without that, garbage. It just kind of sits. It can't even stand on a shelf because it keeps falling over.
Yeah.
This is Bullseye. He's a B1 Lancer. He's a good guy. He's with the guard. It's like something you'd pour into some flower pot to feed a plant, but it has foldable wings. Wow. The next two that I show you have foldable wings. Look at that. So it's almost kind of like, what do you call it? The thing that the Ghostbusters use. Little detectors. What do you call that? Help me out here. PK meters? Yeah, PK meters. Boom. I nailed it. Got it.
He looks like a tree.
Looks like a tree or a cactus or something.
You know what the back of his head looks like? It looks like on a lighter when you go.
Oh, it's the little gear on the lighter to
Yeah.
grind? Okay, wow. That's
I
reaching.
think he has broken legs. Like they kind of broke at the knees and instead of like bending. Normally they bend like outward.
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Yeah, he's got squatty potty legs.
In robot form,
Yeah.
it's not that good, so I'm gonna have to give him a B.
B tier. Not bad. That is pretty good. Let's move on to the next one.
Next up we have Skyjack.
Skyjack
It's
is...
a renegade.
Okay, whoa, you got it. You know what kind of plane it is then?
Skyjack.
It's not. Smarty pants. This is the epitome of Top Gun. The 1980s. It is an F-14 Tomcat.
Let's just get straight to the point. Skyjack is the most impressive looking alt mode in all of the GoBots.
Yeah, spoiler looked awesome. You know, some of the other guys look pretty cool. But Skyjack is the best that you're going to find out of the GoBots.
This is the robot form.
Okay, yeah.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's the face sculpt looks pretty dope, and he does have he has a lot of articulation, maybe not in the legs, but in the arms.
I'm gonna put Skyjack in S tier.
Dang, man, we're hitting buckets here with the planes, man. There are so many S tiers here. Next up,
Royalty.
Royalty.
Royal.
Get it? That's kind of funny. It sounds like a word and it's his name, but it's Royal-T. Royalty does very disgustingly have testicles hanging from his alt mode, or his robot mode here. Now, we can tuck them between his legs, but if we just let her rip, look at that. We got some twig and berries down there.
Kind of looks like the male version of Pathfinder, to be honest.
Yeah, now I'll show you on the movie like True Lies. This is what really made Harriers super cool for Americans, but they could vertically take off. Oh my god. Your intestines are hanging out your nose. You got a boogie on your nose. You got a boogie on your nose now, dude. You got give it a good wipe. Let me just yeah, you're good. You got it. It was a stage 5 dangler, but you pulled him out of there. Good job. What it tastes like. What letter of the alphabet are you gonna give this one?
I'm gonna give him an S tier.
S tier, baby. That is a good looking GoBot. Especially for an early GoBot. This is like Series 1. That's amazing looking. This is Bad Boy. It is the Renegade A10 Warthog, the tank buster at
Smells
much
like-
higher altitudes.
Smells like your parents' house.
Does it? How does my parents' house smell?
Like that.
Wow. Hey Ma, apparently this figure smells like your house. This is basically the same as having a Cobra Rattler. So a very playable toy. I know I had one before it got chewed up by the cat.
Kitty cat.
Yeah, don't ask. It didn't live very long after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alt mode, the A10 is really good. It's pretty cool. Kind of makes you feel like they're about to blow up all the other GoBots.
Let's take a look and see if you S tier this one in robot form.
Robot form.
That is how he looks as a robot. How does he eat porridge? With hands that are giant tubes.
Maybe he puts the tube like this and they pour the porridge down there. I'm gonna give this one a B tier.
It's fine.
That was all of the plane GoBots in the line. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this, and I'd be very appreciative if you gave me a like. And thank you to my sponsors, Subatomic Toys and Salem, Oregon.
Ah, we appreciate you, Mr. Nelson. Yes.
Mr. Nelson.
Yeah.
Stick around for the next GoBot video, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.